Oh my goodness. Happy Tuesday morning to everybody on this Google Hangout on what day is it? May 3rd, 2016. And I'm so excited to be coming at you live from the office here, from the office. It's a beautiful sunny day in Wisconsin. And so that always makes me happy. So I pray that you guys are having a great, great day. My husband sent me 2 messages to send you all this morning. Okay. He texted me because we knew we were going to have this hangout. And he said these 2 things. You can make excuses or you can make progress. You can make excuses or you can make progress. Quote number 1 from Christopher Gelzer this morning. And quote number 2, let's see, where did it go? I lost it. Hold on, let me get it up here. Quote number 2 from Christopher Gelzer is, he said, overpay for success. Overpay for success. Success always costs more than you think it should. So overpay for success. 2 quotes. They're not, Christopher Gelzer did not make them up, I'm sure, but he sent them to me this morning. So I'm super excited about this hangout today. I love it when you get to see my face and hear my excitement and see my passion. And so I'm going to start out with some recognition. Okay, that's where we're going to start out this morning because it is the first hangout of the month. And so we need to tell you how awesome that you are. Okay. So first of all, our total for our national area for this month was right at 130,000, $6 short of 130,000 in wholesale production. So we beat last April, which is awesome. We always want to beat the year before, which was 126,587. Now we fell short of our goal. Okay, we did fall short of our goal, but you know what? We set it again and we keep going. So this is where we ended up. The goal for my personal unit to hit my part of this goal was 20,000. We actually hit 19,390. The goal for the first line was 90,000. You hit 55,105. The goal for the second line was 80,000. You hit 50,176. And the goal for third line was 10,000 and 5,300 was hit. Now here's the growth, you guys. This is very interesting because we know that people bring production and we're really working on unit growth, okay? And we're going to talk about that this morning, unit growth. So we grew as a total by 63 unit members in the month of April. 13 from my personal unit because I have 2 people in DIQ. You know, that's where it comes from, you guys. People bring production. When you've got a person, Becky Clements, who's on this Google Hangout, who gold medals with 6 personals. And then you have Julie France, who's got a bronze medal. You guys, that's what makes it happen. That's 9 from those 2 people who have goals. Okay, so that's exciting. We had 20 growth from the first line. We had 26 growth from the second line. And we had 4 growth from the third line, which is Trisha Bless all by herself. And she's silver medaled. You guys, please keep Trisha and Jeff in your prayers. Trisha, they're still in the hospital. Jeff is still in the hospital. They're working on what to do, okay? They had a great surgery. They took out a lot of infection. They replaced his old mesh with new mesh with antibiotics in it, which would help for further infections. But they're just really working on what's the next step. So if you could really pray for both of them, right? For Jeff to stay in good spirits, for Jeff to keep trusting in God, and for Trisha to do the very same thing. All right. So then here we go. What's our goal for May? Well, last May we had 123,940. So last May was actually lower than April, which is interesting. But you guys, it's new product, and you are fantastically excited about this new product. I know that you have things going on. You have product previews set in place. You saw on the Voxer and on Facebook and things like that on the Mary Kay website that they're giving gifts for anyone I1, I2, or I3 who gets active this month. Not T's. I1, I2, or I3. They get, I don't know what they get something. Okay, so they're excited about that. Let's see. Congratulations to Amanda Collins, you guys, once again getting the $400 bonus for having 4 qualified team members. That's exciting, you guys. Let's get that bonus this month. Cara Skelzer was super close. She had 3 qualifieds. But you guys, that 4 is the magic number. When you start hitting that, it's going to start becoming habit. And that's a lot of money for your family every single month that you're giving yourself as a raise. And remember, that's unlimited. If you have 5 qualifieds, you get 500. 10 qualifieds, you get 1,000. Okay, so get excited about growth bonuses. Bonus out when Mary Kay is giving it to you. All right, so here are those of you who did 5,000 or higher. 5,000 or higher was Brandy Lampman and Trisha Bless. With over 6,000 was Susan Riordan and Kate Unger. With over 7,000 was Amanda Collins and Brianna Douglas. You guys were like within dollars of each other. With over 9,000, in fact, almost 10,000, having her best month in a year. Congratulations, Jamie Lopez. Woohoo! With over 10,800, having her best month ever, her second best month ever in a row. Congratulations, Cara Skelzer. So excited for you. Oh my goodness. With over 16,000, tracking for that Cadillac, finishing up Cadillac and beyond by June 30th, Tammy Clout. And with 20,568, the Nikki Hill unit. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to tell you what their overall production is already. With 5+ unit members. Remember, Mary Kay would say 5 is maintenance, 10 is growth. And we are so going to talk about growth today, okay? With 5 new unit members, we have Cara Skelzer. With 6 new unit members, we have Amanda Collins and Nikki Hill. And with 8 new unit members herself, with a silver medal, you know, we have Trisha Bless. And then with 8 new unit members and a bronze medal, we have Jamie Lopez with the most in our national area, the most new recruits. So close to that 10. Congratulations. Woohoo. All right, let's see. Those of you who completed the perfect 6 or higher, these are the numbers that I have. Congratulations to Trisha Bless, to Tammy Clout, to Jamie Lopez, to Kate Unger, and to our DIQs, Julie Franz and Becky Clements. And congratulations for them who are either watching this live or recorded, because they are the DIQs in our national area. So excited to have you women with us on our leadership team. All right, here we go. This is year to date now. Year to date, Court of Sharing. I got the top 5 for you. Are you ready? Oh, I'm missing. Hey, Kim, I'm missing that piece of paper that you gave me. It's on the counter with all their half courts. Okay, sorry, guys. Oh, I'm freezing up. Okay, hopefully I'm back. I'm looking at myself frozen right now. Oh, now I'm unfrozen. Okay. All right, here we go. With number 5 in our national area with 7 qualified team members, Trisha Bless. Number 4 in our national area with 4, Brianna Douglas. And number 3 with 9 personal qualifieds, Jamie Lopez. Number 2 in our national area with 11 personal qualifieds, Tammy Clout. And number 1 in our national area with 18 personal qualifieds right now, Jamie Riley. You guys, here's the deal. I know some of you are gunning for that National Court of Sharing. Remember, you can only have 10 qualifieds in the month of June to count for it. So you must end May with 14. That's just got to be in your brain, 14. And that's what Trisha ended with last year, you guys. She had 14 on May 30th, 31st, and then she finished up the Court of Sharing in June with 10 qualifieds. And just think what that's going to do for your car production. Now, remember, if you at least do the half court of sharing, you get to come to the mystery night at seminar on day 1, okay? So 12. So if you're thinking, oh my goodness, that's so far away. Oh my goodness, Brandy Lampman has 9 personal qualifieds. I'm so sorry. That did not change as of end of month. So Brandy has 9. Holy cow. Sorry, I missed you, Brandy. Hello, you're finishing this Court of Sharing. I love it. She's paying attention. You may only pay attention during recognition, and that's fine. Okay. So anyway, you must have 14 by the end of this month if you plan on finishing it. That's just a hard, fast number. You got to have it, okay? And then if you want to have at least 12 to come to our mystery night, you guys, you want to come. It's going to be so much fun. I don't even know what we're doing yet, but it's going to be fun. I promise you that. All right, here we go with our sales, okay? Ranking number 5 right now with 22,000 retail, Brandy Lampman. Anyone over 20,000 has already earned the half court, and so you have already earned the right to go to the mystery night. Yay, exciting. Number 4 with 22,400, Amanda Collins. Number 3 with 26,800, and she is finishing the Court of Sales, Susan Riordan. These top 3 have all committed to me that they're finishing the Court of Sales. Number 2 with 29,606 in retail, Tammy Clout, finishing the Court of Sales. And number 1, you guys, with 32,821, Megan Cruz, finishing the Court of Sales, getting those diamond rings, walking across that stage, not watching people on awards night, but on that stage, going to the royalty reception. Seriously, I would do the national court to go to the royalty reception. Diamonds don't motivate me, but people do. Okay, that's exciting. All right, here we go. I think I need to put my glasses on for this one. All right, for the top 5 units right now in retail sales for the entire unit. Number 5 with 127,791, the Susan Riordan unit. Number 4 with 132,113, the Jamie Riley unit. Number 3, already finishing the half unit club, 188,043, Amanda Collins. Congratulations. Amanda, you know what? You can do this. You can do this. Go for that unit club your first year. Just go for it, okay? Nothing bad will happen if you don't hit it, but at least go for it. All right, already finishing a unit club, almost at 350,000. And Tammy did not do a unit club last year, so she is already at 342, 237 for her unit club, ranking number 2 in our national area. And number 1, already finishing $500,000, going to Trip and Beyond, is at 528,655 in Nikki Hill. All right, here we go for most improved units in our national area right now. Number 5, most improved, the Brianna Douglas unit. Number 4, the Megan Cruz unit. Number 3, the Terry Wilson unit. Number 2, most improved with 188% improvement, the Becky Mueller unit. And the number 1 most improved unit in the Gelser National area with a 359% total improvement is the Tammy Clout unit. Woo! Congratulations. Okay, now, excuse me, where else can you win? Where else can you win? The luncheon, the Star Consultant luncheon, okay? You need 14,400 points. This is the only thing that ends June 15th. You have needed to be an all-star, so a Star Consultant all 4 quarters, okay? And then you need to hit 14,400 by June 15th in points, right? So you understand that with your personal Star Consultant orders, and it can be a consultant too. So DIQs, this can be you too, okay? So the people who have already earned it right now as sales directors are Tammy Clout with over 23,000 in points. Wow. Trisha Bless with over 18,000 points, and Megan Cruz with over 15,000 in points. They're already going to the luncheon. Free food, sisters. So exciting. With over 10,000 right now. Okay, so you're tracking it, but watch these numbers, you guys. Come on, you can do it. Get these qualifieds. Becky Mueller, Amanda Collins, Jamie Lopez, Nikki Hill. You want to be at that luncheon. So you have over 10,000. You need 14,400. Check these numbers and track it. With over 11,000 in, Terry Wilson. With over 12,000 in, Susan Riordan and Brianna Douglas. Super close, you guys. Make it happen. With over 13,000 in, Brandy Lampman and Cara Skelzer. Okay, that's tracking by June 15th. So Star Consultant, Star Sales Directors. All right, this is when you have at least 20 stars. You can pick a prize from Mary Kay. Who's excited about prizes? And they're great prizes. So not only do you get your own personal prizes for being a personal star, you get prizes as a sales director for having at least 20 stars for the year. So there are 2 women who have already done it. Nikki Hill with 34 stars and Tammy Clout with 26 stars. At every 10 increments, you get a better prize, okay? So Nikki's for sure going to go for 50 or beyond. Tammy's going to go for 40 or beyond by the end of this month. Now, Amanda Collins, you have 18 stars, okay? Go for 30. Go for at least 12 stars this quarter to hit that 30 level. Brianna, you have 14 stars, sister. Be a star sales director. You can do it. And Jamie Lopez, you've got 12 stars, guys. You're tracking for it. Win. See where you can win. And it all goes together. It all goes with unit growth. Everything we're talking about will happen when you grow your unit. So if you're like, what should I focus on? Unit growth. Unit growth, that's it. All right, and for the mystery night, for the day 1 at seminar mystery night, the people have already earned it is Nikki Hill and Tammy Clout for unit clubs, and Tammy has done the half quarter sales. Amanda Collins has already earned it. Yay, for unit club and half quarter sales. Megan Cruz has earned it for sales. Susan Riordan for sales. Brandy Lampman for sales. Terry Wilson has earned it for sales, and Jimmy Riley has earned it for recruiting with 18 qualifieds. Now, here's who's close. You haven't earned it yet, but you're close. Brianna and Lopez, you're super close with your qualifieds, okay? Trisha, Kate, Becky, and Karis, you all have at least 17,000 in for a quarter of sales to hit that 20,000. And then for my DIQs, Becky Clements, you have 16,606 in for quarter sales. You need 20,000 to go to that mystery night. And Julie, excuse me, you have 8,000 in. Okay, so 20,000 to hit the half court, but you could also do it in qualifieds, right? Your DIQs. So you want 12 qualifieds at least by the end of the seminar year, and that will do it as well. So what are we going to focus on in the time that I have left with you this morning, besides how fabulous you are? What's our goal for this month? Okay. In order for us to hit the gold circle, okay, and that's our goal this month, this year, is to hit the gold circle as a national area and then hit diamond circle the next year by doubling our area size and then hit inner circle the year after that, okay? So we have a 2-year and 2-month plan, but it's all going to take growth. It's all going to take growth, my friends. And so the goal for our national area is 170 new consultants in our national area. And the goal for my unit to take personal responsibility of that is 20 new, okay? Because this is what I want to tell you, my friends. If you're not happy with where you are at any level, sorry, I got something in my throat. You need to take personal responsibility. And that's what I am doing with my personal unit, okay? So I am not going to expect our area to do circles without me offspringing sales directors, okay? And so I'm working better with my unit. I have a better newsletter. I'm talking with my leaders more one-on-one, and they're talking with their people. But you guys, if you're not happy with where you are you willing to take personal responsibility for that? Okay. And that's why I'm giving you my numbers. I know I haven't given you my numbers. I know I'm a national sales director. I know I don't play in the game, and I get that, but I want you to understand that I am willing to take personal responsibility for our national area success and to move us to the next level and to give you the recognition that you deserve because of your excellence. And so our goal for this month is 170 new, 170 new. What that is my unit doing 20 and everybody else's unit, well, I want you to do 10. That's what I want you to do. You know, the unit growth that Mary Kay has given you is 10 by the end of June. What I'm going to challenge you to do is I want you to hit that unit growth goal by the end of this month. Hit your 10, hit your growth goal. I texted it all to you yesterday, what your growth goal is. Be a bulldog about hitting that goal or beyond by the end of May. And then I want you to hit that 20 more by the end of June, because when you do this, you guys, you get to go to that special training by the National Emeritus, right? You get it on your bling badges. Your consultants get it on their bling badges. They're proud of you. When you hit 20 or more, you get special seating. And believe me, that is going to be exclusive, you guys. When you do that, you will be with an exclusive group of people. This is huge. And you will get to walk across that stage. And anytime you get to walk across that stage, your confidence grows and your people's confidence grows in you. That's what this is all about. As I talked on at our Moving Up Light night last night, I guess I was sassy is what Tracy Hankey called me, sassy. But you guys, it's all about your attitude. It's all about keeping your head in the game, and however you have to do that. You know, I was talking with consultants and I was saying when people would tell me no for booking as a director or as a consultant, I'd say, really? Wow, okay. I'd say that on the phone to them because I wanted them to know, number one, that they're missing out. They're missing out. They're missing out on a great pampering session. They're missing out on hanging out with me for real. They're missing out on great products. Okay. So when they would say no, I would choose. I want you to hear my heart on this. I would choose to not allow them to take away my power. You see, that's what happens, you guys, when we book and we get no's. And we get sad about it. We allow people to take away our power. We allow people to hurt our feelings. We allow people to steal our dreams. Okay, so that little phrase gave me power. It gave me power. Really? Wow. Okay. I wanted them to think I didn't need them. They were missing out. Okay. The second thing that I talked about to those consultants was, you know what? When I got off the phone, I would then say, wrinkles to you, sister, wrinkles to you. Now, I wouldn't say that out loud, or I would say that loud, but I wouldn't say it so they could hear me, but it was for me. Did I not like that person? No, absolutely. I liked that person. I'm not mad at them, but I needed to keep my head in a good place. I needed to play head games. You see, you can ask him. I walk around my house all day long talking to myself. I self-coach myself all day long. If something is happening that I don't like, I have to change it. I have to live in a new reality, not in the reality that someone else is making for me, okay? That is not where I choose to live. Are you choosing to self-coach yourself through these issues? You know, I've talked to some of you about Julie France having an arsenal, and I know Mary Beth White, if you're watching this, you have often talked to us about having an arsenal to keep your head in a good place. Do you have scripture that you go to that you can remind yourself what is is the truth? What is what God says? Not the world says, not your own head, not your feelings. Those are fickle, okay? And when we get caught up in our head, we go to a bad place. So do you have an arsenal? Do you have scripture passages that you can go to and go, okay, wait a minute. No, I am more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus. I'm not just a survivor. I'm not hanging on. With God, all things are possible, right? If God is for us, who can be against us? Do you have an arsenal? Do you have songs? Do you have songs? If you're moved by music, do you have songs in your phone that you can go to and turn on, to get yourself pumped up, to remind yourself, no, this is where I'm going? Do you have your affirmation? Is your affirmation powerful that you can go back to that arsenal to keep your head in a good place? You see, my friends, all of you that are watching this hangout, none of you are brand new. None of you are brand new. Even if you're a brand new sales director like Mary McIntosh, Mary, you've been in Mary Kay for 9 years. There's literally nothing more that I can teach you. There's nothing more that I can teach you in the skills of booking that I either haven't already taught you or that are at your fingertips on our app and on our website or on videos that we have or on the Mary Kay In Touch. Would you not agree? There's nothing more that I can teach you about coaching. You know, it's all there. It's all there. How to kitchen coach, how to open a party, how to look at people and say, you know what, Mary Kay said there was always a new beauty consultant at every party. Who do you think it is? I can't teach you any more about closing a party. I mean, you have to choose to do it or not do it, right? I can't teach you any more about an individual close. I can't teach you any more about inventory options. I just made a great new inventory line. I stole it from Linda Tupin. It's fabulous. She has some of the top inventories that go in and the lowest returns of anybody in our company. I'm going to learn from the best. So I asked her if I could use it. I just wrote it down word for word, phrase for phrase, added a few of my own thoughts in there. And that's the inventory line. You have outlines, you have new consultant training, you have new consultant packets, you have everything that you need to be fabulous. You have everything that you need to be fabulous. So if you are not where you want to be, if you did not have the month that you wanted to have in April, it's time to look inside. And sometimes that's not very fun. And sometimes that's painful, but it's often necessary. As Brianna Douglas talked last night at our Moving Up night, the things that are most uncomfortable to talk about are usually the things that need to be talked about. And so, you know what? Some of you had great months last month. Some of you had okay months. You were okay with it, right? You bonused. You didn't have the growth that you wanted to have. And now you're scared looking at the last 2 months of the year because the goals that you set seem impossible, right? Some of you did not make production last month. We did not have the month where everybody made production. That did not happen last month. And so the question is, are you willing to self-coach? Are you willing to go, okay, you know what? What do I need to fix? What do I need to fix? And what am I willing to fix for my future? You see, that's the question. You guys, we can make excuses, right? We can make excuses, or as Becky Mueller has often talked about, we can make a difference. And what did Christopher say this morning? I already forgot it. He said, we can make excuses or we can make progress. If you make excuses, you're going to stay where you're at. And I would pretty much venture to guess from knowing who you are, because I do, and knowing your goals and knowing what you want for your families, you guys, none of you are okay with status quo because it's not your best. And when we're not working in our best, that leaves room for self-doubt. That leaves room for lack of confidence. That leaves room for fear, okay? So remembering this, you don't need to be anybody else. And that's exciting. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, but get your wins. Get your wins. Get what you want for your family. Get your growth. Okay, so focus on growing by 10. Focus on growing by 10. You know, we have a plan to run on. Diane mentally gave us this plan a couple of years ago, right? We personally gold medal, and then we bring work to get 2 to senior consultant and 1 to red jacket, you guys. Personally gold medal. So the question is, are you willing to hold the number of interviews necessary to gold medal? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to gold medal? You see, because that's the difference between when we were in DIQ and when we're working right now. You see, the DIQ will do whatever it takes to hit what she needs to hit. The DIQ will do whatever it takes to stay on target for the car. And sometimes we as sales directors say, well, next month. Well, next month. You see, DIQ doesn't have next month. DIQ does not have next month. So how is the question, are you going to get yourself into the mentality that there is not a next month? I can't answer that for you. If you're looking for the magic nugget, I don't have it for you, because that's all individual. That's all individual. Now here's a thought process, maybe a strategy to get you to think about this. Sean Key has always said that directors can work in month-long increments, but consultants need to work in weekly increments. And so you know how many team members you want for the month. Okay, so say you want 10 new team members for the month. That's going to be about 50 interviews. Okay, you break that down for the week. That's about 13 interviews per week. Well, that's perfect because it's Mary Kay's birthday this month, right? So why don't you do 13 interviews a week in celebration of Mary Kay's favorite number for her birthday? If you need a reason to do something, you can always find a reason. And so get excited about 13 interviews per week. Okay, so then you're going to look at that, because that, if you do enough, my friends, things will happen. If you do enough, things will happen. So if you did 13 interviews for a week and you talk to people and say, how many are you going to do? Now you have a weekly challenge for the interviews. So when you hit 13, you do a drawing for a manicure. You do a drawing for movie tickets. You do a drawing for a $15 gift certificate for appetizers at a restaurant. Something that's going to cost you probably about $15 a week if that's what you want to do. But you guys, it's a weekly thing and your interviews count. So who can you get on board with this? Maybe it's just you right now. Maybe it's you and one other person. And so she's like, well, I'll do 5. And so you set up the opportunities for her to do 5 with you, however that's going to look like. But then you're responsible for the 8. Okay? Are you willing to be responsible for whatever is left over? And then you're going to recruit a new person. So then it's going to make it easier, right? Because you're going to do her pearls of sharing the next week. And so that's 5 from her. That's going to be 5 from your hot shot, because you're encouraging her to do 5 a week. And then you're going to do 5. Oh my goodness, you're going to hit 15. You're going to hit 15 for the week, right? You guys, it's the thought process that am I willing to do the small right things at the first end of the month? Am I willing to have weekly goals? Even if you just have a couple people doing 2 interviews, right? Maybe you have 2 people doing 2 interviews, and then you can take care of the rest for the first week, and then you're going to work from there. So think about that. How are you going to focus on interviews to get what you want? The second thought process is, and Brianna helped me to think of this through, I'd forgotten about this, is that, you know, a lot of you have shared with me that you hold a number of appointments in one week, and then the next week you don't hold appointments, and then the next week you hold appointments again. And you want to get really consistent about holding 2 to 3 parties a week or more, but at least 2 to 3 parties a week. National Sales Director Judy Kowicki always had a thought process. This is a game she played with herself. A game. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Successful people play head games, but they play good head games, okay? We always have to play head games. You decide whether they're going to be good or bad. It's your decision. Her head game was this: 5 by 5 on Friday. 5 by 5 on Friday. If she had 5 parties up on her books for the next week by 5 p.m. on Friday, she was done for the night. She was excited. She could hang out with her family. She could go out to dinner, whatever she was going to do. But if she did not have 5 by 5 on Friday, she had to keep working. Okay, she played a game with herself. Was anybody in her office saying, Judy, you don't have 5, you have to keep working? No, she was self-disciplined. She was self-disciplined. And Judy went on to be a $1 million sales director and then a national sales director because she played head games. What kind of head games are you willing to play to get where you want to go? That's the question. So self-coaching, do you have your arsenal? What do you need? What do you want more of? Do you want more of leads? Then go make it happen. Okay, hold the customer appreciation every single day if that's what it takes, you guys. What are you willing to do to make this month different? What are you willing to do? More personal growth. Are you in your word? Are you in books? Are you listening to CDs? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you watching? Even if you can't watch those Google Hangouts Wednesday nights live, they are fantastic. Are you putting them in the next day while you're getting ready? The last week from Daisha, oh my goodness, amazing. You have an arsenal of national sales directors at your fingertips. Are you using it or are you choosing not to? Are you using it or are you choosing to say, I don't have time? Are you using it or are you choosing to say, I forget? I don't know, you guys. I don't know, but I know that I want more for you. And here's the deal. I am going to be out of pocket. I am going to be out of pocket for a lot of May. You know, I am going to Nebraska this next weekend for a fast thing that we're doing. We're going to Amy Gamboyan and Deb Pike's director meeting. And we're taking 10 people. We're taking 2 carloads of people. We're staying in 2 hotel rooms. We're going to get there on Thursday night. We're driving 8 hours, you guys, 8 hours. How far are you driving for a director meeting? Is it in your arsenal? Are you filling yourselves up? We are literally driving 8 hours to a director meeting. Do I need to go to a director meeting? I think I do. I need to go hear a new national. I need to go get new perspective. I want to be in the space of powerful people. So we are driving. We are road tripping 8 hours. We're going to spend the night in 2 hotel rooms. We're going to go to that director meeting in the morning to be in the space of powerful people, right? And then we're going to drive home on Friday. Why are we doing this? For growth. For personal growth. What are you willing to do to grow? That's the question to ask yourself. Are you being, and so what I'm saying is in May, I'm not going to be around. I'm not going to be able to schedule individual coaching calls with you once or twice a month. And that's probably the best thing that could ever happen to you because you don't need me. You don't need me. You don't need me. You've got everything that you need to be successful. The question is, are you willing? You know, as I go back and I look at the affirmation that I put together of the kind of women that I am looking for. Now, you may be looking for different kinds of women, but this is what I'm looking for, okay? And I'm going to read it to you over and over again. You're going to get so sick of my affirmation. I am Heidi Gelzer, sinner by birth, but saint by rebirth in Jesus Christ. I know who I am. And that's so key, you guys. Do you know who you are? You know, my husband was asking us at a Bible study. He said, who are you? Right? And everybody gave different answers, right? We're moms, we're wives, we're teachers, you know, whatever it was in the group. And he said, if that's who you are, what happens when you're not good at that? If you define yourself by your title, if you define yourself by your car or the color of your car, if you define yourself by your paycheck, what happens when those don't show up? Because my friends, this is life. And you are not always going to be good. You're not always going to be a good mom, and your children aren't always going to listen to you. You're not always going to have a great marriage. You're not always going to be a great sales director or a great leader. But when we know, I know that I'm speaking to you as from my faith as a Christian, when you know who you are in Christ, a blood-bought child of God, you're going to be okay no matter what. You're going to be able to weather the storms of this business and of this life. And you're going to have a center that other people don't have. You're not going to get rocked to the core when things happen, but you can stay the course. Who are you? And then going off of there is what we do. Sometimes we're a mom. Sometimes we're a wife. Sometimes we're a Mary Kay sales director. You know what I'm saying? But that changes, you guys. Life happens. Things change in what we do, but who we are in Christ never changes. So that's why I put that into my affirmation. So I remember who I am. God is chasing me down, and that's in the Psalms. God is chasing me down with his blessings, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, because he fills me and blesses me beyond measure. I am able to pour out blessings on all he puts in my path. And so when people disappoint me, when people don't do what they say they're going to do, I'm going to be okay because my God has given me more than enough. And I need to remember that. That's why it's in my arsenal. We are building an inner circle national area by doubling our number of directors in 2016. You guys, it's growth. It's all about growth from every level, from the DIQ level to the director level to the national level. It's all about growth. There's only so much 17 directors can do. There's only so much, for real. And so we need more leaders. And you guys, I know that you know this, but only 1% of the company are sales directors now. That's not enough. It's not enough for great leadership. We are going to lose leadership. We are going to lose people doing things the right way if we don't have more leadership. Be passionate about that. Talk to your key people about that. Say, we need you. Are you willing to step up in this company? You guys, 47 national sales directors are retiring in the next 3 years. 47. We need national sales directors. We need women like you. Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to be intentional about your conversations? Are you willing to not worry about the numbers look like and go for it? Are you? That's the question. We are actively seeking women who crave mentorship. You guys, do you crave mentorship? Are you willing to get in a car and drive 8 hours to be in the space of Deb Pike and Amy Gamboyan? That's craving mentorship. They are women of grit. They don't always win, but they get back up. Gritty people don't always win, my friends, but they get back up and they keep fighting. That's what gritty people do. They fight even when it doesn't look good. You fight. They are willing to work. We're willing to work. You guys, when you don't hit production and you didn't do the perfect 6 yourself, were you willing to work? Were you willing? You know, that's what it's okay to ask yourself the tough questions and then to know you are forgiven. Okay, you are forgiven. You are forgiven. We are forgiven for lack of discipline. We are forgiven for laziness. We are forgiven for not keeping our word to ourselves and to our God. We are forgiven for not being a leader who leads by example. You are forgiven. Okay, so but admit it. Don't hide it. Don't pretend like it didn't happen. That's not going to help anything, right? Face it, look it in the face, and then punch it with forgiveness. That's powerful. And go, today's a new day. I can be better. I will go out and get more leads. I will book customer appreciations. I will get on the phone as much as it takes, whether that's 10 phone calls or 50 phone calls, right? Because I'm a woman who's willing to work. All right, I'm willing to learn. Are you reading your books? Do you have books all over the place that your kids are tripping all over them, right? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to be coached? Are you willing to be coached? Are you willing? When your senior or your national reaches out to you, do you reach out to her? I'm going to tell you something. Kate Unger reaches out to me every single week, and she schedules me for a coaching call. She is hungry. Don't wait. Don't wait. If you want it, reach out. Okay. You guys don't wait. If you want it, go get it. Are you willing to be coached? And are you willing to grow in your confidence? We're not always confident. You guys know that the first year of us being a national area, it was like my lowest confidence ever, just because of things happening. It was a new position. I didn't understand what was going on. I don't know, but I had low confidence. That doesn't mean I can't grow in my confidence. It doesn't matter what your confidence level is today. Are you willing to grow in your confidence? And getting wins will help you grow. And finally, they daily seek wisdom. It's a daily thing, you guys. You're filling yourself every single day with wisdom. People look to our inner circle area as the bar of excellence in regards to integrity. They want to be like you, training, work ethic, and making money while living in harmony with our personal core values. Do you see that? They look to our inner circle area as the bar of excellence in regard to integrity, training, work ethic, making money. I want you to make money and living in harmony with our personal core values, always living in gratitude every day, striving to be the very best version of ourselves because God has made us more than enough. My friends, that's powerful. And that gets me energized and that gets me excited. And you know what? That's how I know who to work with. Well, I was looking at, John Maxwell this morning. You know, we have the laws of leadership that we're reading, the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. And, you know, just he talked about this, and I'm going to talk about two things. I'm also going to talk about John Maxwell, good leaders ask great questions. My kids gave me books for Christmas. Don't you love it when your kids know you? Cara Scalzo reached out to Leah Carda. She reached out to Leah Carda. I have a question for you. Do you want your children to be reaching out to people like Leah Carda? What you do today matters. What you do today when those children are in grade school and middle school and high school and even college, doesn't even matter where your children are, or your grandchildren. Are you going to have that much influence on them that they're going to reach out to people like Leah Carda and ask her what she's reading? And ask her what she's reading. And buy books for their mom because they know that Leah Carda, they can trust her because she has wisdom and she seeks knowledge every day. The law of the inner circle. Nobody does great things alone. This was in chapter 11. And I'm just going to tell you a couple of things. He says, leaders have to deliver, my friends. There is no substitute for performance. But without a good team, they often don't get the opportunity. Their potential is determined by those closest to them. That is the law of the inner circle. Do you have a good team? Do you have someone like Kim Ferguson on your team? Do you have someone like Jennifer Gelzer on your team that you love and you trust? And they make you better. Do you have a husband or a family member? It might not be your husband. It can be a family member, a friend who's on your team. That's level 3 production, you guys. That's level 3 leadership when you are producing. To practice the law of the inner circle, you must be intentional in your relationship building. Have you made a list of the kind of people that you want in your inner circle? Have you made a list of the kind of people that you want on your team? And then are you actively seeking them out? Who are you looking for? Who are you looking for? Look only for lifters in your inner circle. If they pull out of you, that they're not part of your inner circle. Oh my goodness. Are you excited about that? He said, identify who you want, cultivate who you want, and recruit who you want. The question is this: do they display excellence, maturity, and good character in everything that they do? Those are the people you want in your inner circle. All right. Chapter 12. And I'm just going to go through this quickly. If you haven't read it, they're so good. The law of empowerment. You guys, this is level 4 leadership. The law of empowerment. Empowering other people. I got to talk to Mary Beth and to Kate in a coaching conversation that we had about empowering your people at your success nights, empowering them and let them do things for a month. Okay. Don't just let them do that for a week, because if they're not good, they won't be able to get better. If they're going to do registration and greeting people, do it for a month. If they're going to do music, do it for a month. If they're going to do recognition, do it for a month. If they're going to do the skincare class at the meeting, do it for a month, okay? And then you inspect what you expect. You give them an outline. You don't just have them go in there blind. You give them an outline of how to do it. And then you have a conversation. That's how you build up leaders. Intentional conversations with them about what they did great, and then ask them permission if you can help them be better. And then they're going to come back and get better the next week, and they're going to get confident, and they're going to be sales directors. That's the law of empowerment. You guys not doing it all by yourself. John Maxwell says when someone can do it 80% as well as you can do it, you give it to them. You give it to them. Are you raising up leaders, or are you raising up followers? You see, that's the question. And you're going to have to sit on your hands sometimes, and don't you dare interrupt them when they're doing it. And you just smile. And you know what, you guys? It gives your consultants excitement that they can do it too. That, hey, if that person can get up there, and I can do it too. Are you empowering your people? All right. Let's see. What does it mean to lead well? The best executive is the one who has sense enough to pick good men and do what he wants done. And the self-restraint, listen to this, to keep from meddling with them while they do it. You guys let them fail forward. The truth is if you give some of your power away to others, there is still plenty to go around. You know, people wonder why at our quarterly events, I talk very little. You see, they don't understand the law of empowerment. It's not just about a national sales director getting up there and spewing forth what I know. You guys know I know a lot. I'm a national sales director, right? But it's about empowering other people to share what they know. That's what makes a good leader. And you see, people who complain about that, they don't understand leadership. They don't understand the law of empowerment. All right, let's see. It is the nature of man as he grows older, I'm growing older, to protest against change, particularly change for the better. John Maxwell says, change is the price of progress. What do you need to change, my friends, to have a better May than you had in April? Effective leaders are not only willing to change, they become change agents. I believe the greatest things happen only when you give others the credit. Only when you give others the credit. Wow. The power, you cannot be a great leader. He said the main ingredient for empowering others is high belief in people. High belief in people, way before they believe in themselves. Enlarging others makes you larger. Wow. Empowerment. Empowerment. You guys, you can do it this month. You absolutely don't need me. You don't. You know what to do. Are you willing to figure it out? To make May way better than April? To hit our goal? Why not? It's an audacious goal. It's an audacious goal. We did 130,000 this month, and we're going to do 233,000. We're going to increase by 100,000. Why not you? Why not you? Double it. That's what it's going to take. It's going to take everybody doubling. There you go. There's the number. Double your number of recruits and double your number of production, because a lot of you did great production with very few recruits. You got people selling, and that's exciting. Now, what if you doubled your number of recruits? This is exciting. Okay, I'm super excited about this. It's double. It's doubling everything. So what are you going to double? Double your recruits, but if it's not 10, you got to get 10. I'm getting foggy on me. Okay, there you go. Double your number of recruits, but if it's not 10, make 10 the number, and that's going to double your production. Good grief. Some of you did over 6,000 and had 0 new recruits. Just think what's going to happen when you double. Exciting. 10 or double, 10 or double. So Lopez, you got 16 or more. I know you've got a bigger goal than that, right? But you guys 10 or double, and that's going to change everything. So here's the questions that we're going to end with today. John Maxwell said, leaders ask great questions, and they first ask themselves great questions. So here's 7 questions that he suggested that a leader ask themselves to be better. Number 1, am I investing in myself? Am I investing in myself? You guys have heard the story before where I have struggling directors who tell me, I don't have time to read the book. I need to go get bookings. That's the exact opposite of what should be happening. We read the book, and then we go get bookings. We say the affirmation, we plug in, and then we go get bookings. Number two, am I genuinely interested in others? You know, one of the sales directors left me a very personal box, and she said, you know what? I've been a workhorse, but I haven't been thinking about people, and people are important. Am I genuinely interested in others? Number three, am I grounded as a leader? That's what we talked about today. Do you know who you are? Are you grounded as a leader? That no matter what the production looks like, no matter what the numbers look like, are you grounded in who you are as a leader? Number four, am I adding value to my team? Do I build them up? You know, unfortunately, you know, one of Julie France went to a director meeting and not a director meeting, just her success night. And, you know, that director probably, you know, just didn't know. She didn't think about her adoptees and asking them what they did. And so Julie and her team did not receive recognition. And Julie's fine with it. She's mature, but she felt bad for her team members. You guys, are we adding value to people so that when they're with us, they're so much better than when they're not? That's the question. Are we adding value to people? Am I staying in my strength zone? You know, we've talked about strength finders and we're really working on that. Are you staying in your strength zone? Are you being intentional about working in that strength zone every single day? Am I taking care of today? Number six, am I taking care of today? You see, today's the only day we've got, my friends. And we can plan and strategize all we want for the month. But if we're not working in today, it's going to be tomorrow. And then the next day, and then the next day. And then it's May 31st and we still haven't hit our goals. And then it's next year. And then we're 65 years old and we're not a national sales director. Today matters. Am I taking care of today? And then number seven, am I investing time with the right people? Are you looking for the right people? The law of the inner circle. Have you made your list of who you're looking for? And then are you investing your time with them? So the 7 questions John Maxwell suggests asking as a leader: am I investing in myself? Number 1. Number 2, am I genuinely interested in others? Number 3, am I grounded as a leader? Number 4, am I adding value to my team? Number 5, am I staying in my strength zone? Number 6, am I taking care of today? And number 7, am I investing time with the right people? You guys, you are leaders. You are right where God wants you to be, or you wouldn't be here. So bloom where you're planted, invest in yourself and invest in others, and be willing to do what other people aren't, to have the lifestyle that most people won't. I believe in you. It's going to be a marvelous, magnificent, miraculous May, doubling our number of people that came into the unit and doubling our production. We can do it. I love you guys. Bye.